In today's video, guys, we're removing a battery from a patient's ear canal. My name is Rhys Barber. I'm one of the audiologists here at Audiology Associates. Now, this was a bit more of an unusual one. We don't come across this too often. Only once before I've ever had to take a battery out of somebody's ear. But you can see, at first glance, when we looked in, I wasn't too sure what this sort of material was in the middle here. To give you a little bit of a background, this patient's an elderly patient, came through, has been suffering a lot with pain in the ear, hearing loss, has been treated by their general practitioner for some ear infections as well. And what I can see when I first looked at it, I thought first of all it might have been a little bit of cotton wool. Patients tend to do that when they're putting oil and stuff in, they'll put some cotton wool in their ears and you do get remnants left behind. But as soon as I touched it with the suction tube, I could tell this wasn't cotton wool. This was rock solid. Now it wasn't until I turned it there and saw this distinctive little ridge down the side that I realized that this was actually a battery. Now, in fairness to this particular patient, they have had some issues with batteries before. I think patients actually swallowed one once and things. There was a little bit few sort of memory issues going on, which is why this patient was having a bit of difficulty. But they were in a lot of pain, bless them. This was really, really painful. And you can see the discharge around the edge of this battery. So what's happened here, it's been in for a little while, and it's actually started to sort of break down. The actual metal of the battery started to break down. It started to corrode, and then I think that's just then started to irritate all of the canal. But you can see I'm really, really trying to get this out. You can really spot that discharge all the way around the outside. Now, what makes this really difficult to do is this patient didn't have huge ear canals. They're quite narrow, they're swollen up, and they've basically swollen around the battery. Now, the battery is a curved pill type battery, which means it's very, very difficult to get a grip on it because it's obviously completely round. It's got a very smooth surface. There's nothing really to hang on to. Suction won't pull it out enough. And what I'm trying to do here with the Rosen inserter, you've got this little ridge just on the negative side of the battery there. You've got this almost like raised section, but around that raised section is a little ridge. So I was trying to get the end of the Rosen inserter in there to pull it out, but we've got this really dry, this is a mixture of skin, some of the discharge that's been happening from this patient's ear canals all dried out, a little bit of wax as well. So I wanted to clear that piece out there because I think that's what's just stopping this from rolling forward. So I'm trying to get behind it, but I'm really conscious of the patient's sensation here because this isn't very comfortable. Don't forget this patient's got an ear infection. You can see that dark patch at the front there. That's where the batteries actually started to corrode and break down. But they were having lots and lots of discomfort and lots of discharge. So really, really difficult one to do because I'm really conscious of not wanting to cause that patient a discomfort. But we have to get this out. It can't stay in here, otherwise this infection is going to keep growing. And if this ear canal swells even more, it's going to be a heck of a job to get this out. So what I'm doing now is just suctioning away some of the looser material around the outside edge, just trying to clear any kind of obstruction there is to getting this battery out. I'm even trying to get a grip on the side edge there, just to see if I can pull it forward slightly with the suction. But you can see this is just really, really wedged in there. So we're switching up tools now. I'm going to go with the St. Bart's hook. The Rosen inserter's got that lovely curved edge, it's thinner, but the St. Bart's hook's got that lovely 90-degree angle. I'm hoping if I can get just beyond the edge here, we can drop in behind this and start to pull this forwards. There we go, look at this starting to roll. Keep an eye, guys, here it comes. Out that comes. The relief, you could see the relief on this patient's face when that came out. They were just feeling so much better, bless them. They've been in so much discomfort, and this had been going on for ages. You know, we're not talking days, we were talking weeks, if not months, before this patient had come through to see us. But there's the pill. You can see how corroded that had become. You can see the discharge from the infection, but look at the ear canal beyond now. This is a lot of skin, debris. Now, this is ultra sensitive in here. So my plan here is to try and clear the bulk of the debris away. If I can clear as much as I can without it causing the patient any discomfort, we'll do that. But it is so sensitive in here. Now look at this central section. We can't see the eardrum at all here. This is the standard size ulnar tube in here at the moment. This is a mixture of what I think is dry discharge and wax and skin that's all been hanging on behind this battery pill. So we're just going to take this away now. Out that comes. Don't forget, guys, if you do enjoy the videos, you can always like, heart, share, follow, and subscribe. It's nice to see you all again as well. I'm on the screen today. I know I haven't been on the screen the last couple of times. I'm trying to fit in voiceovers in between patients if I can, guys, which isn't always the easiest thing to do. So I've actually just done this on my lunch break today, so I can get one out with me on the screen for a change. Me and Taylor Green are not going to get together this week again. I think it's going to be a week. Friday is the earliest we can get together. So he will appear again. Taylor Green will return, but as to when, keep everything crossed that we can get it done next week for you. So just tidying up some of the skin, we can start to see the eardrum now. That grey blue at the base there, that's the eardrum. This is a lot of dead skin in front of it, so we're just going to start to take this away. There's actually a little bit of dead skin and discharge mixture on the drum itself. This is this little white section we're just working down towards with a fine end here. There you go. So we're just going to take that off. So now eardrum is now clear. So the patient's going to be hearing a lot better. So whatever we get from here on in now is a bonus. If we can clear some of this away without causing too much discomfort, we will do it. But obviously that ear canal is very irritated and very sore. So we're just taking a few of these extra pieces away. There we go, nearly there. Just taking some of these extra bits. And this piece here, let's give that a little bit of a wiggle, see if we can drop this down. There we are, just tidying up that top section. But patient, my goodness me, oh, they were so grateful to get it out, bless them. They were, you know, really thankful that we could get it out. They didn't have to have a trip to the hospital to do that. And they were hearing so much better. The difference in this patient's hearing was phenomenal. They were really struggling. I was having to shout a lot for them to hear me to start with. And then, you know, they wear a hearing aid as well. And the hearing aid was just whistling, understandably so. And they've been back and forth to the GP loads of times and they hadn't really spotted it. So it was all a bit higgledy-piggledy. But you can see here that battery pill there, just around the 0 mark. So we've got 3 centimeters, including the battery. That's just over an inch there as well. But look how corroded that battery was. If that had stayed there much longer, we'd have much more leakage out of that battery. That patient's ear canal would have been so irritated. I think that would have been an ENT job to probably knock the patient out to get that out. But that was such a difficult one to do. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed that one as much as I did voicing it over. Thank you so much for watching our video again today. And as always, guys, take care of yourselves, take care of your ears, and take care of one another. And fingers crossed, I will see you again real soon. Bye, everyone.